the National Sports Festival. But tell us about the atmosphere, the dignitaries who will be making their way here to enjoy this opening ceremony.
Yeah, we've talked about governors, but most importantly, the representative of the president of the country, the vice president, very much right here, who's going to be the one kick-starting the event open. The governors are right here. I talked about the Delta State Deputy Governor, talked about governors and commissioners of states making it down right here. But for the fans out there who are listening, who want to actually know some things, Asha, the big pop and jazz singer, is going to be here performing to open this ceremony. So how beautiful can it be? Ogun State didn't just make it an event for just dignitaries. They also made sure that entertainment is part of it, which they already understand that entertainment and sport, it's goes hand in hand. Remember that Davido will also be closing the ceremony. But let's start off with the opening ceremony. Having an Asha perform right here. Great tunes from our first album, Asha, moving on to A Bed of Stones, moving on to a couple of things. All of these things we're looking together from those albums performed right here. And the athletes, also the top names that you know in the Nigerian sports industry, coming together right here. All of them is just going to make this event really colorful as it should be. If we start saying we should mention all of the names, we will not get on. But gradually you get to know some of the names that are here as they get to speak. But like I said, it's just a perfect way to kickstart an event.
Various sports will be competed here for this sports festival. Is there a particular sport or a particular athlete you are looking forward to seeing come the end of the 2 weeks festival here in Ogun State?
I stumbled on a 12-year-old athlete, taekwondo. I'm looking to see her challenge the top guys. And you know how tough that can be. So it's all a new twist. That's the thing we talked about, having these young guys come together as a team, forming another state from different states. AFN doing that for the very first time we're having it in Nigeria. So that's one thing I'm looking forward to, not a particular athlete, but those young guys, how they're going to challenge and how it's going to work, how they're going to put it together. It's still a suspense for each and every one of us until the event kicks out to know exactly what they're going to be doing at this point. So talk about the event itself. I've always been a fan of athletics. And I want to see how Nigeria is going to challenge. We just watched the World Championships in Guangzhou, China. Not having Nigeria either was a huge pain for us. So I want to see some of those athletes emanating from here that's going to represent Nigeria. We're talking about mixed relays at this point in time. Talk about men and women. Some of them will be performing right here. And surely the next championships will be coming up. The next Olympics champions will be coming up from this event. We've won it before. We won 4x100 meters. We've seen men do this stuff. And saying we cannot have names who can resurrect from here is almost a write-off for Nigerian sports. But at this point, I think this is just the event about getting to bring those big athletes that will represent Nigeria at the highest level. New names is what I'm looking forward to, not a particular athlete that's done it here before. Well,
from wherever you're watching us from, in case you're wondering why this game has been tagged the Gateway Games 2024, and we are in 2025. Like you talked about earlier, it was postponed due to some technical reasons, but it's good to finally have these games underway from Ogun State in the southwestern part of Nigeria. We are presently live at the MKO Abiola Sports Arena, where the opening ceremony is currently going down for this 22nd edition of the National Sports Festival. For the second time, Ogun State is hosting. The last time they hosted, it was Delta State who came out winners. Any chance? I know you said you don't want to be on the spot, but any chance from what you've seen so far? Well, we've been here in the build-up for some couple of days now, building up to today. But what can you say about the athletes who are indigenous as far as this event is concerned?
19 years they last hosted. There should be a huge difference. And you know that challenge of an average Nigerian. Maybe not, I would not want to use the word revenge mission. They have to do it. It's all for the pride of the state. And like you said, it's not even just about winning. It's about bringing unity together, which is what this sport is about. Imagine all the 3 states, including the FCC, come together to be on one particular ground. So for Ogun State, with the preparation I've seen, following their sports over time. Remember, football recently was won by an Ogun State team, Remo Stars. Yeah. So that's a sign that they've been doing so much on the ground. And there are so much athletes, homegrown, that should help them make this thing happen. So if you want to say Ogun State is worthy of becoming champions, they should show it on ground. But I wouldn't rule them out of winning this one.
And it's good to see the Remo Stars players also here today. We saw a couple of them just before this ceremony started. I mean, the poster boy, Adedayo Lamilekon, who was here, was all smile, jovial. You know, I know you like him so much, but I mean, this is not just football alone. It is other sports, major sports, ranging from badminton to basketball to tennis to swimming. It is a sports festival, more like it. I mean, the festival is ongoing. The atmosphere is really pumped. It's really noisy here, and you could tell that these fans are ready to get entertained. I mean, the weather has been, kind of, not too friendly in some couple of days, but they are not deterred. They are here to enjoy this opening ceremony and here to enjoy this event.
And that's what we'll have about. We had some very lovely rainfall, let me use that word. It's been also sunny. Anything that's been happening right here has been extreme. But we'll have the best of weathers. Like God knows that today's the event opening ceremonially. And it's just made it happen for everyone to be here in peace and calmness. Hopefully this is what the athletes want to see, because sometimes the altitude decides how good an athlete can be. Some people are very good at training at very high altitude, some good at very low altitude. So all in all, it's about how much you can cope with the situation that you find around. That's what makes you a great athlete, and that's what we'll be seeing on this beautiful ground. So all athletes, welcome very much. We've seen them all take their place. Imagine them filling about 3 stands here, actually, from ABC. That's how much athletes have got to be right here, 15,000 to be precise, and a couple of them in some other places. But it's just what it is, and like I said, let the games begin. Ishaya, like the Ogun people will say.
Well, the city has been lively here. I mean, let's move it away now from the arena. Now let's take it outside of sports. You know how beneficial it is for Ogun State, for the locals here, for hosting such big events here. How beneficial will it be? Now let's take it away outside the sports for the residents around.
Let's start with the former president of Nigeria, General Olusegun Obasanjo. I keep calling him General. That's a man who's done great stuff. So it's going to be really beneficial for young athletes who are watching these guys on the screen. And I'm looking forward to have them do greatly well.
Well, we'll see here for the opening ceremony of the Gateway Games from the MKO Abiola Sports Arena. We've got the national anthem currently ongoing. Keep it locked with us. It is right here at the Gateway State for the Gateway Games 2024. Don't go anywhere.
In peace, a battle honor, and these we count as gain to hand unto our children, all banner without stain. Oh God of all creation, grant these our one request. Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed, and so with peace and plenty, Nigeria will be blessed.
Make some noise for Nigeria!
And now for the Ogun State anthem. Please remain standing.
Ishaya, Ishaya, ọmọ Ògùn, Ishaya, Elédùmarè, Ìṣẹ̀máyà o. Ishaya, ẹ̀yin ọmọ Ògùn, ẹ ṣe àríàkiri, iṣẹ́ pọ̀ fún wa láti ṣe. Ọmọ rere kì í yáṣẹ́, ọmọ Ògùn kì í ṣọ̀lẹ. Ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ gbẹ́rù o, Ọlọ́run bẹ fún wa, ẹ tẹra mọ́ṣẹ́ o. Ìṣẹ̀yà ọmọ Ògùn, ìṣẹ̀yà. Ishaya, Ishaya, ọmọ Ògùn, Ishaya, Elédùmarè, Ìṣẹ̀máyà o. Ishaya, ẹ̀yin ọmọ Ògùn, ẹ ṣàràkiri, iṣẹ́ pọ̀ fún wa láti ṣe. Ọmọ rere kì í yáṣẹ́, ọmọ Ògùn kì í ṣọ̀lẹ. Ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ gbẹ́rù o, Ọlọ́run
It's legendary beat.
Thank you so much for that soulful rendition of the national anthem of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and of course, the anthem of Ogun State. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, you may please be comfortably seated. Thank you very much. The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, who today is ably represented by the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Kashim Shettima, GCON. Your Excellencies present, extraordinarily distinguished guests, patriotic and exceptional Nigerians, ladies and gentlemen. It is my utmost pleasure to very specially welcome you all to the 22nd National Sports Festival happening right here in Abeokuta, Ogun State, the Gateway State. The gateway to the celebration of sporting excellence, the gateway to innovation and industry, but most importantly today, the gateway to national unity and prosperity. Ndewo, Sanu Dazua, Ekabo, Abeokuta, Ogun State. My name is Mojibade Shosoya. I'm a professional compere, a television presenter. But most importantly, I am proudly from Ijebu-Igbo, Ogun State. And I'm truly honored to serve as one of your hosts for this momentous occasion. It's the 22nd edition of the National Sports Festival, proudly hosted right here at the MKO Abiola International Stadium. And we're truly delighted to have you all here witness this momentous occasion. Yes, it's the 22nd, but it will go down in history as the best of the best. I can assure you of that. Our host governor has worked tirelessly alongside his team members to ensure that we pull off nothing short of excellence. Therefore, it is my pleasure to welcome you to what promises to be an excellent outing at the opening ceremony of Gateway Games Ogun 2024. Again, Ekabo si Abeokuta, Ekabo si Ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn. Welcome to the MKO Abiola International Stadium here in Abeokuta. As we commence this occasion, we must indeed give honor to whom honor is due. My co-host will help to set the protocol as we get started for an exceptional evening right here in Abeokuta, Ogun State.
Thank you very much, Moji. One more time, welcome to the Gateway State, a state that is renowned to many lofty achievements, not only in sports, but in different spheres of life. Welcome to the home state of that great philanthropist, African pillar of sports, the late Moshood Kashimawo Olawale Abiola. This is the state that has produced so many icons, not only in the sporting world, but in the literary world as well. Therefore, you're in for 2 weeks of an interesting sports festival laced with some...
Rightfully said, you're welcome to the MKO Abiola International Sports Arena for this National Sports Festival. It's the 22nd edition, and we are ready to enjoy every of the excitement that it brings and that it comes with. It is the 22nd edition and the second time Ogun State will be hosting this event. From the first edition they hosted in 2006, and they're here today for this second edition. It's been colorful all around. It's been beautiful from all the festivities, displays that we've seen so far. We've got a couple more to come. I've got my co-commentator here with me, Azuki Kionicha. Well, as from the pictures we've seen so far, how has it been for you for this opening ceremony here in Ogun State?
Really beautiful, colorful model. Great to be here. And I love the culture all displayed, the African culture, the Ogun State culture, the Yoruba culture. And all those also coming out from different states, the 36 states of Nigeria, making it look all beautiful, including the FCT. Different colors from blue to red to white. Every color is well represented right here. This is even beyond rugby, if you ask me. And I tell you, it's just one of those events that you want to be. And it's already living up to the expectation to be the robust talent pool of athletes. And we having over 15,000 right here is enough to settle that at this point in time. So Emmanuel, I am really pleased to be here. It's a huge privilege to be talking at the National Sports Festival of the State 2024.
The festival started and staged in 1973 at the National Stadium in Surulere, Lagos. A festival originally conceived as a unifying tool, the main purpose of promoting peace and cross-cultural affiliations in Nigeria. After the Nigerian Civil War in 1970, the sports festival also served as the development and training event to aid athletes prepare for continental and international meets. But with so many objectives for the sports festival, I mean, one of them, we've talked about it earlier, the fostering unity amongst athletes, because we've got athletes from different states who are here today to compete, but in the end, it's to promote unity, coming together as one. And how brilliant can that be when it comes to the sports festival?
It's beyond just the athletes, it's also across board, talking about the nation at large. Every tribe, every geopolitical zone, every language coming together with one voice to see that we are still Nigerians and we are Nigerians. So like I mentioned earlier, to build a robust talent pool of athletes is one of the reasons we are gathered right here after that unity has been settled, to enhance and elevate sports at grassroots level. And they're also talking about establishing a standard program for athlete succession, not forgetting that we also look to enhance and elevate sports at grassroots level. Well, these were the reasons, and this was set up in 1973 when it all kick-started just after the Civil War. And I think it's actually passed that test, as we also encourage early participation in sports.
Well, we've got a whole lot of entertainment lined up for you, but in the meantime, we've got explicit dancers who will be taken to the stage to entertain the spectators and viewers who are here today. Enjoy this from explicit dancers.
Anytime I do, whether night or day, I day on my chain. Even on my leg, they go dance to the bed, they go feel like rain. Cause anything where I drop, then go chop a J. Whether night or day, I day on my J. I day on my J. Kiss it, kiss it, kiss it, kiss it, kiss it. Yes, kiss it, baby, yes, kiss it. How many times they go tell the person? They know the beat to the lady lesson. Shama and me with the bed. And it's a vibe anytime we did it. I know get time, I know get the patience. Spread the money, plenty. Tell them we could dance. Make it dance. Let the music be play. Almost say you could dance. Tell them we could dance. You could dance. You could dance. So tell me what you wanna do tonight. You know the party no go make sense if you never did it. Make the party come alive. We don't know 02 to 03. Malo Bessie, hello. So baby, tell me why you wanna. She body make you do as you like. That's like with the bloody canal. Blow some trees, make you feel alright. I don't feel like man, I'm wasted. And I'm feeling reckless. Now buy like a latest. That's why I'm working on patience. I know the joke with my paycheck. If then they sleep with the weekend. So we go vibe tonight. Come on, deep kiss it, kiss it, kiss it, kiss it, kiss it. Yes, kiss it, baby, kiss it, kiss it. How many times they go tell the person? They know the pay to the learn the lesson. Shama and me with the bed. And it's a vibe anytime we did it. I know get time, I know get the patience. Spread the money plenty. Kese, baby, kese. How many times they go tell the person? They know the page, they learn the lesson. Shama ya baby, they go. I don't survive anytime we did it. I don't get time, I don't get the patience. Spread the money plenty. Charlie, make it dance. Make it dance. Let the music in the play. Almost say you could dance. Charlie, make it dance. You could dance. You could dance.
For setting the tone for an extraordinary, for a colorful evening. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we have promised you nothing short of excellence this evening. So prepare to be entertained,
for the opening ceremony of the 22nd edition of the National Sports Festival. Well, just before explicit dances, as we saw the beautiful rendition of the national anthem from the legendary Asha. How pleasant was that for you?
Man, I was almost, well, I just felt like, man, where has this national anthem been all the while? Asha is a rare gem. You don't have a chair. It's Asha and others when it comes to doing what she does. She delivered that so well. I think she made the official voice of the national anthem. She also did the Ishaya, the Ogun State anthem, so beautifully. Never heard that in full before, and I tell you, it was world class. God bless Asha.
Talking about the national anthem, we are also going to be having a rendition of the festival theme song for the 22nd edition of the National Sports Festival. So if you love good music, if you love good rendition, it is time to also enjoy the next couple of minutes as this choir dished out this beautiful rendition of the festival theme song.
Ogun State comes alive with Nigeria's from all tribes.
Together as one, men and women everywhere.
We share our victory with the world. Welcome, welcome to National Festival.
Thank you. The Gateway Games 2024. We know we are in 2025, but it is the 2024 edition of the Gateway Games. We've got the next edition to be hosted in the eastern part of the country. But talking about this current edition, we are still here at the MKO Abeokuta Sports Complex. And boy, what an atmosphere this is. The 10K capacity arena is filled to the brim, and the Ogun State faithfuls are here in their numbers to enjoy all the festivities leading up to these games. An interesting 14 days you would witness here in Ogun State. This is the place to be, and nowhere you would rather be as far as sports festival is concerned. Well, it has got the potential to be the best that has ever happened in the country. You know, in terms of preparations, the governor is confident that Ogun State is going to deliver one of the best sports festivals. Do you see that happening?
It's looking like it already. The starting is already looking like what we have. Hardly have you found an opening ceremony this colorful. Yeah, witnessed a couple, but this is given that standard. From the things you can also see on your screen and how beautiful everywhere is looking, you can just say that they have passed the first test. And I also listened to the Commissioner for Sports Development in Ogun State, Iseka Wasiu. He also spoke at length about this, and he's so confident that the same thing is going to happen. And we are also looking forward to seeing this right here on this beautiful event. So you cannot run away from the fact that they have started so well, and everybody want to have that bragging rights. But at this point, like we always say, whether it is or not, it's about the unity and bringing Nigerians and athletes together. We cannot wait to see great athletes from this country emanate from this event.
Well, the objectives of the National Sports Festival is to build a robust talent of pool of athletes, to enhance and elevate sports at grassroots level, also to establish a standard program for athletes succession, and also to curb age cheating in sports, and also to encourage early participation in sports, engaging young athletes in the Olympic movement, skill development and social responsibility, also enhancing cultural and educational development, promoting national unity. A host of many objectives that this festival brings to the country. And we've got a handful of promo to bring to you. The promo will be coming to your screens in moments from now. So we're still here at the MKO Abeokuta National Stadium. Don't go anywhere.
The pulse of champions, the sound of history being made. Ogun State is ready to host the biggest sporting event of the year, the 22nd National Sports Festival, Gateway Games Ogun 2024. From May 16th to 30th, 2025, the nation's finest athletes will gather at the MKO Abeokuta Stadium, Abeokuta, and other sports centers in Ogun State. 33 sports, 36 states, and the FCT. One goal: to rise, to compete, to win. The world is watching. This is our moment, our time to shine. The stage is set. Gateway Games Ogun 2024, a celebration of sports, unity, and culture. Host, His Excellency Governor Dapo Abiodun. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn, àjọṣe gbogbo wa ni.
The Bash Pass is on, ladies and gentlemen. Bash Pass. Starting with the first stage. Abia State.
If you want no person,
let's go forward. March past Abia State. Let's go.
I know they sick. You won't give me medicine.
The match pass has officially begun.
Allow me to enjoy myself. Allow me to enjoy myself.
Abeokuta Sports Arena, the opening ceremony of the Gateway Games 2024 still ongoing, and it's been entertaining so far, from Asha's rendition of the Shaya anthem and the national anthem. We also saw explicit dances gave us that dance interlude moments ago. Well, in case you don't know, it is the Gateway Games in Ogun State, the 2024 edition. We've also got a whole lot of activities still coming away, from the Parade of States to the speeches of our dignitaries who are here today, and also the hoisting of the festival flags. A lot to come away for this opening ceremony. Well, it's been world standard so far, what we've witnessed so far here at the MKO Sports Arena. You know, ranging from the spectators, the callers in the stadium, from these athletes who are here to represent their respective states in this country. Now we can't wait to see more. We can't wait to see more excitement as this ceremony progresses.
Yeah, like you mentioned, the Parade of States will be taking place in the beach, where each state's flags enters with only a percentage of their fully assembled athletes, with the cultural dance troupe also to join them, accompanied by fusion of modern Afrobeat, indigenous and drums, which is all be seen right here in the beach. So Ogun State is doing so well, and after that we'll also be having the oath taken by athletes and officials. This will be just in the beach to be started just as soon as possible.
Let's go!
Well, we are currently witnessing the Parade of States. First off, we've got Abia State looking all joyous and happy as they get set to participate in the 22nd edition of the National Sports Festival. The state of the eastern part of the country, here in the southwest, to make a name for themselves as far as the festival is concerned.
Very colorful looking people, also having their Paralympians and just in front of them. We have them in their orange and black, all looking very colorful, the dance and all. And I tell you, they are really motivated, starting with the hype man and what the athletes are here to show. Flying their very colorful flag, white, yellow, and black. A very beautiful place, one of the southeastern states, very much right here. And they are following their alphabetical order. Abia State is the first, when you talk about that alphabetical order, as you also read when you mention the 36 states of the country, including the FCT. I love their beautiful color. And like I mentioned earlier, it's a very colorful event.
All looking bright in their attire. Some orange tops and black shorts. Looking so uniform here, Abia State. Looking all bouncy and groovy. I mean, it's what the opening ceremony is all about. You flow with the festivities, you flow with the celebrations. And Abia State have done just that here today. Just closely following Abia State, Adamawa State also parading here at the MKO Abiola Sports Complex.
I'll tell you, another very lovely state from the north central part of Nigeria. They're doing so well in their all yellow and slightly blue outfits, holding down that banner of theirs, showing that they are here to also represent their own states and doing as much as they can. It's all looking like a parade at this point in time, taking it slowly, and look at the joy from the athletes waving to the fans. Joyfully doing this and very happy that this is happening. And they are here, and surely they are not just coming here to be participators. As much as they want to bring unity, they also want to be champions in this very, very colorful event.
Well, the excitement, beautiful to its whole. Abia State paraded first. Adamawa State following suit. The parade of states currently ongoing here at the MKO Abiola Sports Arena. Now we're to see who comes right after Adamawa State. It is indeed Akwa Ibom State. Akwa Ibom State just closely following Adamawa State as far as the parade of states is concerned for the National Sports Festival. These three states surely here to compete and surely here to give their best as far as these games is concerned.
Akwa Ibom is next, and they are actually showing their color as usual. For those of you who follow football, if you know Akwa United, you will know that this color is very much clearly what they come up with, the white and the orange. And they got a picture of their governor just in front of that huge banner they are holding, waving so well and so joyfully. They are a very lively people, very welcoming people, Akwa Ibom. And they are known for that cleanliness when it comes to the streets of Akwa Ibom. They are bringing all of that right here, and you can see the joy on the face of their athletes. What a joy for them to be here at this event. They have not just come here to participate, they have come to show that they can also be champions. They were amongst the top 10 in the last event. I think this is another thing they'll be looking to do in this 2024 event in 2025. What a joy to be for them.
Well, up next is Anambra State. Yet to host the Sports Festival, Anambra State. And also yet to win a Sports Festival, but clearly here's maybe underdogs, but here to compete amongst the favorites against all the odds. Anambra State here today for the Gateway Games 2024 opening ceremony.
They'll be having to do their governor proud, Chukuma Soludo. He'll be very much proud to see his team do so well. And he's actually come here to represent his people. What a great joy and motivation that can be for them. Having their governor right here to come be a part of this huge, huge event. Welcome, Anambra. A great way to have them at this event.
Bauchi State is up next. Bauchi State also here to represent. Hosted the Bauchi 1991 edition.
Welcome to the Gateway Games 2024.
Here to compete and hopefully to be crowned winners. Also hosted in 2000 Bauchi State. Here in Ogun State to participate for this present edition.
A joy for them, always represented, and they are here to represent another part of the north. The Governor Bala Mohammed will be looking to see his athletes do so well in this event, and hopefully it will go out well for them at the end of the day.
You can identify them by their absolutely amazing traditional attire. The oil-rich state from the Niger Delta.
Well, we've got Bayelsa State to come next as far as the parade of flags is concerned here at the MKO Abiola International Stadium. Well, Bayelsa State looking really, really traditional here today in their attire. Well, so far they've been different from the rest, from what we've seen so far.
They came with their traditional attire. It's all beautiful. And what a colorful event, like I mentioned earlier. Governor Doyediri will be so happy to see what they are looking like at this point in time. And I know everybody from Bayelsa State's watching at this point to be so joyful to see their people well represented. You will almost forget that they're athletes, but that's to show that they are truly Africans. Welcome, Bayelsa State. We love what we see. They finished second at the last event in 2022. They'll be looking to do one better this time around.
By a large contingent that have converged on the stage from Bayelsa. We are glad to host you.
Well, Bayelsa State is ready for the 2024 Gateway Games.
Enjoy hospitality. Enjoy the good people.
Well, some thumbs up there for the applaud there from the fans or from the spectators who are here today. Beautiful view of the MKO Abeokuta Sports Arena. We're here at the main goal for the opening ceremony of the Gateway Games 2024. Borno State also here to compete for the Gateway Games 2024. In case you don't know, this parade of flags has been done alphabetically, just to give that bit of information to our spectators who are watching from wherever they are.
The state that has the current Vice President of Nigeria was former governor of the state. Honorable Shetima was from the state, and they have the current governor, Abagana Zulum, who is looking to also see the state come out, do great things in this event. In their all yellow attire, they are just giving that honor to the Vice President.
That has come your way. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Cross River State also here for the Gateway Games 2024. Just before Cross River, we saw Benue State earlier on. But this is Cross River State.
Our people from Cross River State
ready to give their all and give their best for the Gateway Games 2024. I mean, it's beautiful to see all 36 states across the country converging at a particular venue to compete, not just in one particular sport, but different sports. It's such beautiful sights to behold.
Looking very few, but they are happy to be here, waving at the fans in their all blue attire across River State, and a very huge state when it comes to sports.
Lebron State's not too far away. Also here to give your all for these games. Well, the parades of flags is coming in thick and fast. There is Edo State also here competing. Well, Edo State not new to hosting sports festivals. They hosted in 2021 in Benin City, where Delta State also came out winners in that one. 2 times they've hosted Edo State. We're here not as the host, but here as participants and trying to make a name for themselves.
One of the biggest team of athletes right here in Ogun State, Edo State. Very large numbers. And the joy they are showing right here shows how much of their governor, Monday, the people love sports. He came in recently and we saw what he did with even football in the States. Athletics is also not left out. And they are very large numbers, a huge squad coming right here to see how much they can participate in every other sports that they can and see how much medals to be taken home. Welcome, Edo State.
We are coming for gold. Be prepared.
Absolutely. Speaking of coming for gold, it's an absolutely felony.
From Edo State, we're moving on to Ekiti State. Ekiti State also here as one of the participants of the Gateway Games 2024.
A state that has gone through a lot in recent times with the governor and stuff, but they currently have His Excellency Biodun Abayomi Oyebanji in their all yellow attire. Welcome, Ekiti State. They are known also to be very much with that height when it comes to education, and they want to do the same in sports. Love the fact they've also brought their special athletes into these events. I would say welcome once again, Ekiti State.
Positioning itself to be a huge economic powerhouse. Thank you.
After Ekiti, we've got Team Enugu State also here today for the Gateway Games 2024. Well, Enugu State will be hosting the next edition, so maybe this is time for them to show what they've got ahead of the next edition.
they are loving sports even more this time around. They've got a great time. They just hosted the Enugu City Marathon just a couple of weeks ago. Their governor, Dr. Pitamba, is looking to just bring more sporting events into the nation. And look at how colorful they are looking in their all-white attire.
The governor isn't going to compete here, just to say that.
I remember I ran the 10 kilometers the last time.
Such a beautiful sight. The parade of states still ongoing at the MKO Abiola Sports Arena. It is the Gateway Games 2024. Gombe State also here to participate in these games.
A state known for their capital, Borno, in the vicinity of the Gogola River and Lake Dadinkoa. It's a very huge joy for them to be at this event. And I tell you, they'll be doing all they can to get good outing right here in the end.
Imo State, Team Imo State here to participate and here to represent the Eastern Brothers. Rocking their all blue tracksuits here, ready to compete. Team Imo State.
They got a couple of young athletes from the faces you can see Imo State. And they're coming here to also perform so well. The Imo Lights, as they are called, they'll be looking to actually get a great result right here. As they have the young ones, they also have got the older ones who will be looking to perform so well. A very joyful people, you can see from their dance, and the joy they'll be looking to put out there at the end of the day will be beyond what we see on this ground, especially when they go on to win. Kudos to Hope Odidika, who's the governor of the state.
Jigawa State, Team Jigawa State here also to participate. Jutse, the capital. Team Jigawa for the Gateway Games 2024. They're all athletes from all states that have paraded so far, looking joyous and happy to be part of these games. From this opening ceremony currently ongoing. We'll wait to see what they will dish out when it comes to the games proper. This has been the most lively we've seen so far. Kaduna State just, trying to shake their bodies all around and stay for radio flags here.
Even the ones holding the flags are not letting themselves stay behind. Kaduna State, a lovely state from the north, coming in here and rocking their all green and yellow attire. It's just a joyful thing for them. They are really happy, and you cannot take it away from them.
Well, Kaduna State hosted the 1977 edition of the National Sports Festival. And looking all vibrant as they parade their flags. But following Kaduna State, here is Kano State. Kano State will also be well represented by Team Kano for the National Sports Festival.
They're always very much represented, very much available when it comes to events. Not with the largest numbers, but welcome Kano State.
Katsina State, represented by Team Katsina. Also here for the Gateway Games 2024.
Another very, very lovely state, Katsina State. And like I mentioned earlier, it's all about having everybody together. Look at their joy, look at their dance steps. They have told you that it's beyond just coming here for sports. We've also come here to have fun. And look at the young athletes we've also brought, catching them young. Kudos to Diko Umar Radar, the governor of the state. Welcome, Katsina State.
From Katsina State, we'll move on to Kogi State. Kogi State also here for the 22nd edition of the National Sports Festival. also ready to represent. Oh, what a step. That man is a stepper.
I love that. You must give kudos to also the governor.
Kwara State, not far away from Ogun State, also here to compete for the Gateway Games 2024.
States that have been mixed up by the Southwestern or North Central. Whichever way you find them, they're very much right here. And they're very joyful people. This is the state that can greet you anywhere at any point in time. I give them kudos. They meet you on the street, they don't know you before. They say good morning, good afternoon. Kwara State, welcome. Colorful and a very lively people, showing all their joy to be very much right here.
That image you saw reminded me of the mascot, the famous mascot for Kwara United, Arabandi Aziz Sunday called. Well, Lagos State's also here. Lagos also not too far away from Ogun State. Lagos well and truly represented. Team Lagos on all white as they parade, getting ready for the Gateway Games 2024.
That's always been the call of Lagos. You talk about Lagos, you talk about Ayo. And look at their athletes. They will always bring their things you've not seen before. The paparazzi is very much right there with the Lagos team. And you cannot run away from the fact they are always loud. Look at the joy from the Lagosians.
Well, Lagos hosted the first two editions of the National Sports Festival. The maiden edition in 1973 and the subsequent edition in 1975.
And it was nowhere else at the Suriname National Stadium. That's where it all started in 1973. And you know them for that noise. Look at the sound on the background. The overlay sound is not taken away from the Lagosians. They
well and truly a Lagos sound. The fans, the spectators are up on their feet. A truly famous sound. So I don't know if you love this kind of song.
You don't have a choice, man. You just shake your body to it. Obule is like an anthem in Lagos at this point in time. Kudos to the Lagosians and also kudos to the governor of Ajide Sanwo-Olu, His Excellency. And I also tell you that they went through a bit of an accident and they came out with a bit of about 2 of them ending in the hospital. But they are looking like they had nothing like that. They put all of that behind them, coming to really participate right here and at least come out with a couple of golds and maybe win the event with the number of athletes they've gotten.
Well, Nasarawa State being represented by Team Nasarawa. We're also here for the Gateway Games 2024. In case you're wondering why 2024 has been mentioned, it is the 2024 edition, even though it is happening in 2025. We talked about the postponement of the games, so don't get it twisted. We are in 2025, but it is the 2024 edition of the Gateway Games.
The Nasarawa State Team Nasarawa, are not letting that Obule die before they come in. They are lying rump off on them. I say kudos to them and also to His Excellency Abdullahi Sule, the governor of the state. Welcome, Nasarawa State.
Team Niger State also here. Have it in there. Well, not as crowded as other states, but clearly ready to compete for the Gateway Games 2024. Team Niger State.
I must say welcome to Ogun State, Niger. In their all sky blue attire, Team Niger are looking all beautiful, also joyful. They will also give you that local dance that we know the house has for. Welcome Niger State, welcome to Ogun State. And we'll appreciate you right here. Also making this event really colorful.
Team Ondo State also paraded the flags and ready to compete for these games. Well, if you're just joining us, we're still here at the opening ceremony of the Gateway Games 2024 from the MKO Abiokuta Sports Arena. We are witnessing the parade of states right here, and it's been all colorful and beautiful to witness so far. Team Osun State also in the mix of the parade here today.
Very lively people, Osun State. Got a joy from them, all coming through their blue and yellow attire, their tracks, and look at the way they are vibing to the beat. You almost think that they've forgotten that they came here for athletics, but that's how to start it. That's the joy, and that's just to show you how much that's been put together to make sure that these athletes are joyful. It's showing on their faces, and the joy is also transient in that sense. It's also one that you can easily contact if you're watching it on TV.
Well, Team Oyo State well and truly represented here today. That's East Capital in Ibadan.
Oyo State is very much live right here. And you can see some people standing up for them. These are the closest of neighbors, very close to each other. Just one road separating them. You can hear that also from the MC. Very lovely and colorful people. And you know them to always be lively any day, anytime. Come here with their all ox blood attire, with their flag and flying up in the sky. Oyo State, welcome.
Well, all the way from Jos, Team Play 2 States will be represented here in Ogun State for the Gateway Games 2024. Well, in as much as these guys are athletes, they've got some dance moves. Some will qualify as dancers.
Fitness is key, and you need to be fit to dance.
P-Square needs to be here to witness some of these moves we have seen so far.
Maybe you're trying to bring them back again. I like that idea, right? I see what you did there, Manuel. Welcome, Plateau State. Welcome, Team Plateau. Lovely combination of those colors. The cap, you almost think it's Team Nigeria, but don't get it twisted. Plateau State are very much represented right here. States that say they love peace and they want peace. They've gone through a lot, but it's not showing on their faces. You see them doing those acrobatic moves. Some of the athletes showing that they are ready for this one.
Team Rivers State also represented here, hosted the 2011 edition. They hosted and they won. But against all the odds here on their way therapy, can they come out winners for the 22nd edition? Closely following River State, we've got Team Sokoto State also here to participate in these games.
Team Sokoto are also very much right here in their very few numbers. They are also joyful. You can easily count their numbers, but that's not letting them down. And that's what makes it all interesting and beautiful. They have come here in their little numbers, but they surely want to make a statement. Welcome to Sokoto State.
Team Taraba State will be represented here for the Gateway Games 2024. East Capital Ace Jalingo. They're also here for the 22nd edition of the Gateway Games, the National Sports Festival, beg your pardon. Well, as from what we've seen so far from various stands, the spectators are really having fun. Selfies all around, dance moves all around, not just from the athletes, but also from the stands.
You don't have a choice, Amanda. You cannot be here and be quiet. The spirit is connecting, and that's the beautiful thing about this stuff. Welcome, Team Taraba. And Yobe State in their all-blue attire. Very much welcome also. Not jumping as much as you want. I think they are just more business-minded. They've come here to win medals, Yobe State. I think that's the idea. But that's the joy. Look at them also dancing their way through. And I told you something earlier, Emmanuel. It has to be fitness that will keep these athletes on their feet. Welcome, Yobe State.
Team Zamfara State also here for the Gateway Games 2024. One thing I can say is you cannot underrate any states here. They're here to participate for these games. Underdogs are allowed to come out winners. That is the beauty of sports in general, more so the National Sports Festival.
What a beautiful view that we're having right here. Almost same color that you have with the last state. I tell you, it's all beautiful right here with Zamfara State showing their beautiful colors. Man, the dance you're seeing right here, you just think that nothing is happening in the north. You're proving us wrong at this point in time. And it's so beautiful from Zamfara State. His Excellency Dauda Lawal Dare will be very much pleased rather with what he's seeing with his athletes. And surely these young ones will be coming here to want to nick medals. Welcome, Team Zamfara.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The parade of states still ongoing here from the MKO Sports Arena in Ogun State. And now we've got the team to beat. The team to Gazon, the defending champions of the National Sports Festival. They've won the most edition as far as these games is concerned. Won the last 4 editions they hosted in 2022, and they won. Team Delta State clearly here as favorites.
They started with Lagos in 1973 as the Midwestern state, won it back-to-back, went to Bendel as a state with Edo State and did so well. They also won it back-to-back in about 5-6 editions in Delta State. Welcome Delta, the joy is really there. They used to be known as the Big Heart. Now they are called the Finger of God, and they've got their deputy governor right here, Samonde Oyeme, very much representing the state for the governor, Sheriff Oborwari. Welcome Delta State, and congratulations as they also come here to look to defend their title.
Well, looking so confident in their parade, Team Delta State. Well, up next, after Delta State, we've got Team FCT. Just beginning the parade with some acrobatic moves.
As expected, they want to make something different. They want to show you that they are the capital. And welcome Abuja, a state that is also known for so much sports. Well, we've had so much great events. And I know the Abuja Stadium is the Abeokuta Stadium is one place that these athletes would have gone to do a lot of things. Coming together right here to represent your state. And we'll say welcome once again, Team FCT.
Well, Abuja hosted the 2018 edition of the National Sports Festival. Delta State also coming out winners in that one. And now here in Ogun State to take part in the 22nd edition of the Gateway Games. Well, as you're nodding your head, seems to be getting in the groove of the focus beat.
Manuel, I won't stay with you. I've left you behind as far as this is concerned. How do you expect this head not to bump to the beat?
Well, it's still entertaining, it's still colorful here at the MKO Abiola Sports Arena. The Gateway Games 2024 well and truly underway. Well, as this is kind of new as far as Sports Festival is concerned, we've got the Team Ija, invited junior athletes, known as the acronym Ija, like I mentioned earlier on. Well, we've not seen this as far as the National Sports Festival is concerned. How excited are you for this one?
Really excited. I spoke about them a little bit on the by the peak side when we talked about these athletes. 11 years, 12 years, 13 years. They have been groomed by the Athletic Federation of Nigeria. And I must say, kudos to Tonobo Tokowa for the great job they've done to bring these athletes together. Welcome to these young athletes who are going to be challenging their big boys. I want to see how they're going to come out of this one, having been groomed for the best of everything. What a way to start early for these young ones. Catch their young is what they've done. I must say kudos to them.
We're clearly here to show no respect to their opponents or their counterparts as far as the festival is concerned. Well, you want to keep an eye on these athletes representing Ija for this sports festival.
Let me shock you, Mano. Ija actually means fight. Ija means fight. If you don't want to look at it from that invited junior athletes, Ija means fight. So they've come here to fight their way through. I won't be surprised if they do wonders and finish on top.
Well, the parade of states. Still ongoing here from the MKO Abiola Sports Complex. But in general, what can you say about the parade of states that we've witnessed so far?
I tell you, Mano, it is really colorful. I don't think there's anything better. The joy the athletes came with. And I must give 10 over 10 to the DJ, who's made it even more livelier than expected.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, here comes the host nation, the host states. Permit me. The excitement is getting into me.
They're actually a nation, Emmanuel. I support you on that.
I had to say host nation.
They are a nation, Emmanuel.
But don't get it twisted. Here comes the host state, Ogun State, Team Ogun State, here to represent. And they will be hoping come the end of this National Sports Festival. And there will be so much confidence in joyous mood. And they'll be hoping to come out winners of this 22nd edition of the National Sports Festival.
You can see all the colors, the tradition, the attires. It's all beautiful from Ogun State, and you cannot take it away from them. The Gateway States, they are known as a state that emanated from under the rock. They've got some great names from the deities. And putting that behind, you talk about the athletes. Look at the color. It's almost a standing ovation right here. The athletes are standing up for them. The spectators have also come to see this one. And it's like saving the best for the last for Ogun State. All powered by the governor of the state, the host, His Excellency, Abeokuta. What a way to be right here. And a day to remember for everyone who's very much present. The paparazzis are not going to leave out this one. And I tell you, you cannot run away or take your eyes off these beautiful attires from these men who have represented the state so well.
Ogun State's clearly here to make a name for themselves. Well, we've been thrilled to kick off these opening ceremony here today for the 22nd edition of the National Sports Festival. The excitement is indeed palpable. The air is electric with anticipation, and these athletes are ready to give it their all as far as this game is concerned. So let's get ready to witness some truly remarkable performances, some heart-pumping moments, and unforgettable triumphs as far as this game is concerned. Well, clearly they've got the full support of these spectators here today, Team Ogun State. As expected, they're the host state. And you expect the support to be really, really loud here for Team Ogun State.
All athletes from the different states to please remain on the field as you will all be participating in the oath taking, which will happen.
Well, here comes, here is the governor of Ogun State, His Excellency Abeokuta.
What an outfit. They are known for their local attire. They are direct. And you can see the governor not carrying last on that one. Looking all colorful in his yellow and green attire. The original color of the Ogun State people. I love what I'm seeing right here. I'll say kudos to the governor of the state. One who's not a joker when it comes to fashion. Honorable Dako Abiodun. I say congratulations to you. Bringing 36 states of Nigeria, including the FCT, and also the invited junior athletes to this great event. Congratulations for what we've seen from the start. We're hopeful that's going to be so all through the 14 days of this event.
Absolutely, our DJ himself on this one. Taking immediately Ogun State is lying on the field.
Ogun State will take their position on the field and will also have every other athlete from all other states take your position as well. All athletes, you are not seeing the field until after.
Looking colourful. Team Ogun State. Looking all bright. And they would hope they can come out bright come the end of the National Sports Festival. Well, that has been the parade of states for the National Sports Festival, coming right here from the MKO Abeokuta Sports Complex. It is still the opening ceremony of this beautiful spectacle we are witnessing so far. Well, just to remind you, we've got some musical performance to come as this opening ceremony continues to come right here from the MKO Abeokuta Sports Arena. Oh, the crowd just hyping when OBO was mentioned. David O is also here to entertain the spectators and the outlets here today. So sit tight if you're here, wherever you're watching us from. OBO has got to entertain right at the very end.
The athletes are not waiting for the spectators to take their place. They are moving closer to the stage. They really want to be a part of this. They want to witness it firsthand. And they have to come really closer as they'll be looking to also take the oath in the beats.
Well, we'll see here from the MKO Abeokuta Sports Arena. But it's been wonderful so far here for these games, for these opening ceremony. But we've still got lots of excitement and entertainment to come your way. Don't you go anywhere.
I'd like to invite Usman Aliyu and Akinwa Olayinka. Usman Aliyu and Akinwa Olayinka will lead the oath.
I, Akinwa Olayinka, on behalf of all the athletes competing in the 22nd National Sports Festival Gateway Games 2024 taking place in Ogun State, pledge that will compete fairly and freely in the games in the spirit of friendship and sportsmanship. So help us God.
In the name of all judges and officials taking part in the 2022nd National Sport Festival Ogun 2024, I promise that we will officiate these games with the complete impartiality, abiding and enforcing the rules which governs in the spirit of the true sport. I pledge our commitment to the true sport principles. We will strive and uphold a level playing field and a respectful and positive sporting. So help us God. Thank you.
Life doesn't wait, so why should you? With Blaze, you can buy now and pay later stress-free. You can also get 0% interest on insurance premium financing with free transfers and no-cost bill payments. And smart money management tools, you can save smart and stay ahead. Unlock financial freedom with Blaze by Premium Trust Bank. Premium Trust Bank, together for growth.
Sports and games are not only for competition and seeing who can excel in one thing or the other.
Toby Amazon, look at the clock. I cannot believe it.
They are also means of developing friendship, brotherhood, and the confidence and trust that you build in the field of sports. They do last for ages. You are very welcome to the historic city of Abeokuta for the 22nd edition of National Sports Festival.
Welcome back to the MKO Abiola Sports Complex. The opening ceremony of the Gateway Games 2024 still ongoing. Right here in the southwestern part of the country, well, we've seen so many activities go down, right from the rendition of the national anthem down to this very point. Well, most recently, the Parade of States that has gone down. It's been a wonderful time here today for every spectator who's been here to witness this ceremony. We've still got a couple of more excitements to come your way. We've got dignitaries here in the stadium to enjoy every bit of the action. Moments ago, we got confirmation that Davido is also here to perform and entertain the crowd.
One thing I like about this event, Emmanuel, has to be the fact that athletes are not staying back. They thought Davido was going to perform immediately, and they ran closer to the stage. Just getting the information that just in a bit after the whole ceremony, Davido will be the one to round off the event. And it's really going to be big. We don't know when we're going to leave here. We know we've come in here. I'll be here till late, all for the performance. We saw Asha earlier doing the national anthem and also the Shaya anthem, the anthem of Ogun State.
Well, it's time for some speeches right here for this opening ceremony. We've got the Honorable Commissioner for Sports Development, Honorable Rasil Isiaka, here to give us the welcome address for these games.
It is with immense joy and great excitement that I stand before you today as the Honorable Commissioner for Sport Development in Ogun State, welcoming you to the 22nd National Sport Festival, the Gateway Game Ogun 2024. We are truly honored to host this prestigious event in our beloved state, the Gateway to sport development. The National Sport Festival represents not just an event. It is a celebration of athletic excellence, unity, and the spirit of healthy competition. It embodies the dreams and aspirations of our youth and reflects the transformative power of sports to change lives and build communities. Ogun State stands tall as a beacon of opportunity and growth in the realm of sports. With our rich sporting heritage and state-of-the-art facilities, we are well positioned as a leading destination for sport development. As we gear up for these competitions, I urge each and every athlete to participate with passion and dedication. Every moment spent on the field is an opportunity to push your limit and discover the true potentials. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the invaluable support we have received from various stakeholders, including the National Sport Commission, the main organizing committee, and of course, the local organizing committee. Our sponsors, our dedicated volunteers, and everyone who has worked tirelessly behind the scene to bring this event to fruition. My special appreciation goes to the Building a Future Together agenda team, ably led by team captain, His Excellency Prince Dr. Abeokuta CON. which perfectly aligns with the renewed hope agenda of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. The dedication and commitment of this administration to the youth constituency, which has informed the bidding for this festival in the first instance, is not just commendable, but greatly appreciated. We have indeed created a vibrant sporting culture that will benefit not just today's youth, but generations to come. To the wonderful people of Ogun State, thank you for your steadfast support and enthusiasm. The Gateway Games is here, a chance for us, for our state, to shine at the national stage. Let us come together stand united and provide our visitors with an unforgettable experience that showcases the warmth and hospitality that Ogun State is known for. I want to remind our athletes once more, every champion starts as a beginner, and every effort, no matter how small, contributes to tomorrow's success. Your journey, filled with determination and resilience, is what will define you, not only in these games, but also in the game of life. I wish all participants the very best in their endeavors. May the spirit of Gateway Games fill our hearts with pride and unity. Thank you and welcome to Ogun State. Ekabo.
Thank you very much, the Honorable Commissioner for Sports Development in the Gateway State. And now, precisely 19 years ago, when Ogun State hosted, it was here as the Honorable Commissioner for Sports. Because of his tenacity, hard work, and compassion for sports development, he is now the Director General, National Sports Commission, and the Chairman, Main Organizing Committee of Gateway Games 2024. Let's welcome the Director General, National Sports Commission, Honorable Bukola Olokpade, for his own remarks. Ozo.
Please make some noise and a round of applause for the DG National Sports Commission.
Your Excellency,
the
President of the
here for his speech as well. As this opening ceremony continues right here on the MKO Abeokuta International Stadium.
The father of the nation, ably represented there by Your Excellency Alhaji Ibrahim Shetima. Today, protocols is failing me, but let me specially recognize our able leader, Governor, the man that has made all of this possible today, Prince Dakpo Abiodun, CON. Let me crave your indulgence by saying all other protocols duly observed. For me, this is a very emotional speech. 19 years ago, I stood on the tracks of this stadium and also presented the festival as a commissioner. Today, I'm standing before you as the chairman of the main organizing committee. For us at the main organizing committee, as I know that Madam Diko, the leader of sports in Nigeria, will still make his own speech and talk for the NSC. We are very convinced and we are sure that by no means this is the best festival that you are ever going to observe in this country. The opening ceremony is obvious. I was given a speech to read, but I said I would not. Today, I joined the Honorable Commissioner for Sport, Ogun State, to welcome all athletes and guests. But please, permit me to say one thing. When I was made DG, myself and Shehu Diko, we worked on creating a grassroots system that will be tied to the elite system, and we call them IJA. I want everyone to know that the first medals One today was won by Ija. 2 gold medals, 1 silver, and a bronze medal. We are very convinced that these games will produce many more champions and that the agenda of Mr. President, through the RIS agenda, which is to create wealth and put money in the pockets of our athletes, will be achieved. Like I said, it's a short speech. I do not have any written speech. I welcome you to Ogun State. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Bukola Olopade, our Director General at the Nigeria Sports Commission.
Honorable Bukola Olopade. Well, interesting to say he was given a speech to read, but decided to do it all by himself.
And he said it's all emotional. That's the chairman of the main organizing committee. They've done a great job, I tell you. Colorful, all over Ogun State. You move around. Just looking beyond the stadium. Everywhere you go in Ogun State, you see these events being talked about. They've really done a great organization, and it's showing clearly what we have right here.
A round of applause for him, please. Thank you very much. Please give a round of applause.
A round of applause for Malam Shehu Diko.
Well, we've heard from the DG of the National Sports Commission, Honorable Bukola Olopade. And now we'll be having the welcome address from the chairman of the National Sports Commission, Malam Shehu Diko.
This is amazing. Thank you very much, Ogun State, for its spectacle here. Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented here by the Vice President, Kashim Shettima, His Excellency GCCON, the Governor of Ogun State, His Excellency Abeokuta, all other governors here present, distinguished senators, members of the House of Reps, all other invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great honor and deep national pride that I welcome you all to the 22nd National Sports Festival, aptly termed Gateway Games Ogun 2024. This is a festival. It's not just a sporting event. It is a celebration of our diversity, our unity, and our shared aspiration to build a stronger Nigeria through the power of sports. Permit me to begin by sincerely appreciating the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for his visionary leadership and unwavering support for the sports sector. His Excellency's bold decision, strategic decision, to implement the structural reorganization of the Federal Ministry of Sports into the National Sports Commission has laid the foundation for the sustainable growth and long overdue professionalization of our sport industry, and indeed to properly strate sports as one of the key drivers of the economy. Indeed, this clearly underlines the futuristic vision of Mr. President and propensity to take the bold decisions so long he believes they are right and for the collective good of all. Indeed, history will be very kind to Mr. President for this decision, not just in the sports sector, but across the political, social, economic sectors of the country, which are all being reset appropriately, and the positive outcomes are already very evident, and the future looks very assured. Mr. President's directive to reposition sports as a national asset reflects the President's clear and deep understanding of the transformative power of sports to drive economic growth, create jobs, foster youth development, and build national cohesion. This is consistent with the broader renewed hope agenda and shared prosperity vision of Mr. President, under which multiple sectors, including sports, are being reset, refocused, and relaunched. In line with this mandate of Mr. President, the National Sports Commission, under my watch, has introduced a well-thought vision objective tagged Renewed Hope Initiative for Nigeria's sports economy. This strategic framework is anchored on the 3 R's: reset the structure of our sports ecosystem to become developmental driven and value-adding, refocus our policies and programs to ensure targeted, impactful reforms, relaunch Nigerian sport with a renewed narrative, one of which of unity, pride, and economic relevance. Our strategic objectives are clear: institutional repositioning, private sector engagement, grassroots development anchored on school sports, and sport federation reforms for ultimate delivery. The expected outcomes are job creation, indirect, direct, and induced jobs. Economic contribution targeting at least 3% of the GDP in a very soon. At least control 5% of global exports of the sports market. Sports is indeed our #1 unifier and breaks all our fault lines. This is a veritable tool for national cohesion and enhanced security. Indeed, the National Sports Festival clearly aligns and speaks to the foregoing reforms framework and objectives. Therefore, the National Sports Commission is doing all that is required in collaboration with all stakeholders to upscale, to ensure that the organization of the best games ever that we are opening here today. For the first time in the history of the festival, and in furtherance of Mr. President's youth-focused agenda, we are proud to introduce the Invited Junior Athletes, IJA, initiative. These promising young athletes drawn from across the country will participate under the name 38 states of the Federation. This innovation ensures early exposure, national integration, and a structured pipeline for Nigerian future sporting glory. Over 200 of the best young athletes across sports are here participating under this unprecedented and intentional program under the sponsorship of the NSC. Indeed, the first 2 gold medals of this tournament were won earlier by these athletes. Congratulations. At this juncture, I commend my colleagues at the National Sports Commission, led by my able friend, brother, my able Director General Bukola Olapade, the son of the soil, who also doubled as the main organizing committee chairman, for working so diligently to ensure a seamless professional preparation and delivery of the game thus far. I wish to commend the government and people of Ogun State, led by His Excellency Governor Dapo Abiodun, MFR, CON, for their commitment to hosting this grand event. The state's unprecedented investment in infrastructure, logistics, has not only made this festival possible and set a new benchmark for the future host, but also laid a strong foundation for a sustainable sports economy in the state. This effort by Ogun State government are already yielding fruits. Ogun State will host the African Junior Athletics Championship in Abeokuta immediately after the festival, drawing thousands of foreign athletes and participants, thus boosting tourism and state GDP. The WAFU Under-17s football tournament will also be held here immediately after the tournament. Likewise, the friendly matches for the Super Falcons. Furthermore, as a result of the high standards set by the state, at least 9 other states across the Federation are now bidding to host the 2028 festival. This clearly validates the new direction sports is going under the NSC and under the direct supervision of Mr. President. I also thank the governors of the 36 states and the FCT for their unwavering support and mobilizing their contingents to participate here. Your continued collaboration is the backbone of our national sports development efforts. In this regard, the National Sports Commission is working towards partnering with all states to establish state sports commission with the goal of ensuring a unified regulatory structure and greater synergy in policy implementation across the country. I must also thank the Honorable Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy for his unwavering support to the vision of Mr. President to harness the potential of the sports economy in this country. The support you have given, sir, is what has brought us here thus far. To our athletes, you are the stars of this festival. Compete with pride, respect your opponents, and embody the values of fair play and unity. Regardless of medals, your presence here is a victory for your communities, your state, and Nigeria indeed. Always remember that this is the very platform has produced some of our nation's most iconic athletes who rose from these grounds to achieve greatness on the global stage. You now stand on the same path with the opportunity to follow in their footsteps and become part of Nigerian rich sporting history. The festival represents more than just a sporting event. It is the ignition of a new era in Nigerian sports. As a flame of unity passed through our cities and villages, it reminded us of all what sports can achieve: unity, excellence, and hope. The National Sports Festival stands as a vital platform that empowers Nigerian youth with the opportunity to pursue and achieve greatness. It unearths raw talent from every corner of the country and provides a pathway for young athletes to rise not only as champions on the field, but as role models and national icons. In doing so, it reaffirms our belief in the power of sports to shape lives, strengthen communities, and build a greater Nigeria. On behalf of the National Sports Commission, I reaffirm our unwavering commitment to delivering a sports sector that works for all Nigerians. Let us join hands to ensure that the legacy of the Gateway Games Ogun 2024 is not only successful, but also historic. Thank you, Mr. President, ably here represented by the Vice President, for your foresight and courage. Thank you, Ogun State, for your hospitality, and thank you, Nigerians, for believing in the power of sports to drive our national rebirth. May God bless the Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. At this point,
that was some speech from
we need to bring down the blaring so that we
from the chairman of the National Sports Commission, Malam Shehu Diko. Getting ready for the Gateway Games 2024. Fellow still here from the main hall of the MKO Abiola National Sports Complex. The opening ceremony is still ongoing right here from this beautiful ceremony of the Gateway Games 2024.
Really an interesting event so far. We just trust that we're going to be seeing stuff like this, different events unfold daily. And, from the speech from Malam Shehu Diko, took a lot of time, but it was very much detailed. He was brought in as a chairman in 2024, October to be precise. And within the shortest period, they've been able to work in tandem with the team that he met on ground. Kudos to him and everyone who has made it happen.
C-O-N, Your Excellency, you are most invited, sir.
And now we've heard from the chairman of the National Sports Commission. We've heard from the DG of the National Sports Commission. We've also heard from the Honorable Commissioner for Sports Development.
As His Excellency names way,
and now we will be receiving a speech by the governor of the host state, His Excellency Prince Dapo Abiodun, right here on the stage of the opening ceremony of the Gateway Games 2024.
While he comes to take this speech, we must give him some thumbs up. Kudos for a great job well done. He's been at the stadium almost every other day to witness this great event and to watch to see that everything is put in place for a perfect hosting. I was up until late yesterday, same and 2 days ago, and that's just what you expect from a leader. I think as far as this is concerned, he's done so well.
Well, it's some long walk for the governor of the whole state, but he is indeed ready to make his speech as we are ready for the Gateway Games Ogun State 2024. Once again, the governor of the state, His Excellency Prince Dapo Abiodun.
Bring it on, DJ. Bring it on, DJ.
His Excellency, this President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, today ably represented by His Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON. His Excellency, the former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Chief Olusegun Aremu Obasanjo. His Excellency, the former Governor of Ogun State, my political father and leader of our party, Chief Olusegun Oshoba. Our distinguished and eminent son of the soil, the fourth Nobel laureate on this continent and in Nigeria, Professor Wole Soyinka. My brothers, executive governors of various states that are here present this evening, permit me to aptly and quickly recognize His Excellency, the chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum, Hope Uzodinma, His Excellency, the Vice Chairman of the Southern Governors Forum, Charles Soludo, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Anambra State, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Kogi State, Usman Hamid Ojodo, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Osun State, my brother Ademola Nuruddin Jackson Adeleke, His Excellency, all the way from Yobe State, the Executive Governor of Yobe State, Mai Mala Buni, His Excellency and my brother, the Executive Governor of Ondo State, Lucky Orimison Aidatiwa. Permit me to quickly recognize my wife and First Lady of Ogun State, my Deputy Governor, Her Excellency Engineer Noemo Salakoidere. We have with us Deputy Governors from Ekiti State, Princess Munishade Afuye, Deputy Governors from Enugu State, Deputy Governors from Osun State, all members of the National Assembly here present, past and serving, all members of the Ogun State House of Assembly, our very eminent ministers that are here. We have the Minister of Finance, a son of the soil, the Minister of Information, the Minister of Budget and Planning. We have the Special Advisor to Mr. President on Politics, my brother Waziri, was the Waziri of Katsina, Malam Waziri of Katsina, my brother Malam Masari, members of the Ogun State Executive Council, the Inspector General of Police, the CG Customs. Permit me at this point in time to stand on all existing protocols for want of time. Ladies and gentlemen, it's indeed a pleasure for me to stand before you this evening as the proud governor of the state hosting this very esteemed festival. Today marks a defining moment in the illustrious legacy of National Sports Festival in our great nation. As we gather here, we celebrate not only the enduring spirit of sportsmanship, but also unity, resilience, and the boundless potential that lie within the vibrant energy of our youth. As Nelson Mandela once said, sports has the power to change the world. It has the power to inspire. It has the power to unite people in a way that little else does. We owe deep gratitude to our president, my president, and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, who is ably represented here today by our Vice President, His Excellency, Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON, for his unwavering support under the Renewed Hope agenda. This has repositioned youth and sports at the core of national policy. His endorsement of this festival reflects his commitment to leveraging sports as a tool for national unity and global recognition. Ogun State, the gateway to the nation, is honored to welcome all distinguished members of Nigerian sporting community to the official opening of the 22nd National Sports Festival, proudly tagged Gateway Games 2024. Our bid to host this prestigious event was anchored on our unshakable belief in the transformative power of sports, not only as a unifying force across our diverse federation, but also as a catalyst for socio-economic development and youth empowerment. On behalf of the entire government and good people of Ogun State, I extend a warm welcome to all your excellencies from different states that have come to join us, our honorable ministers, our partners, custodians of the games, the National Sports Commission, ably led by Malam Shehu Diko and his Director General, Bukola Olakpade, all stakeholders, all the athletes across the 36 states plus FCT, and of course, the junior athletes representing the 38th team. All officials, sports journalists, editors, sponsors, and most importantly, our young and talented sportsmen and women. Abeokuta, our capital city, is proud to host you. I also would like to commend the main organizing committee, the local organizing committee, my indefatigable team, and the members of my state executive council for their tireless efforts in ensuring the quality and delivery of this world-class opening ceremony and Ogun Standard event. Our appreciation also goes to the Honorable Minister of Youth Development, Mr. Ayodele Oluwande, and our esteemed Grand Sports Ambassador, Chief Segun Odegbami, whose passion for sports continues to uplift the game in Nigeria. I must thank all and everyone who supported our bid. The unity of purpose displayed is a resounding affirmation of what can be achieved through collective resolve, devoid of divisiveness and petty politicking. To our sponsors, particularly the lead sponsors, Premium Trust Bank, and all our corporate partners and volunteers and organizers, I say a big thank you. Your commitment to promoting grassroots sports and healthy competition is deeply appreciated. As a Nigerian football legend, Stephen Keshi, once said, "You must believe in what you are doing and do it with passion, or you will never inspire greatness." Indeed, today, I believe we have exemplified the fact that we believe in what we are doing and we have done it with passion. Hosting this national spectacle is not only an honor, but a testament to our unwavering commitment to national development through sports. The Gateway Games is more than a competition. It is a platform for national integration, youth elevation, and the discovery of tomorrow's champions. As J.C. Owens once said, "The battles that count and the ones for gold medals, the struggles within yourself, that's where it's at." The Gateway Games 24 is more than just a sporting event. It's a vibrant celebration of the indomitable Nigerian spirit. It highlights our rich cultural heritage, showcases the excellence of our world-class facilities, and reflects the boundless potential of our youth. We are intentional and strategic in our commitment to transforming Ogun State into a thriving sports economy. And we are fully prepared to take the lead in sports development across the nation. Administration envisions a future where sports becomes a major catalyst for social development, peace building, healthy living, and economic growth. According to the African Union, the sports industry in Africa is projected to grow over $15 billion by 2030. Investing in sport is investing in future. Michael Jordan once said, "Talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence wins championships." This is the ethos we are building across Ogun State. We are laying the groundwork through our investment in sports infrastructure. Sports transcends ethnic, religious, and cultural boundaries. Sports teaches you character. It teaches you to play by the rules. It teaches you to know what it feels like to win and also to lose. It teaches you about life. In line with the vision, we have used this opportunity to upgrade and construct lasting sporting infrastructure, including this world-class facility. And for the first time in the history of National Sports Festival, we are camping our over 10,000 athletes and officials in an Olympic-style games village in comfort. This infrastructural transformation is a pathway to developing our own sports economy. Let us all celebrate the beauty of our host environment. Towering above Abeokuta, our Olumo Rock tourist complex, and please take time to enjoy some of our very, very rich culture and heritage sites. Dear athletes, I urge you to compete with integrity and honor. Sports should be a reflection of our highest values of fairness, respect, and perseverance. The most important thing in the Olympics, they say, is not to win, but to take part. Just as the most important thing in life is not the triumph, but the struggle. Let these words inspire us throughout this festival. Our national development depends on peaceful coexistence, and sports remains one of the most powerful platforms for fostering national unity. I assure you that the Ogun State government, in collaboration with national security agencies, has deployed a robust security framework to ensure a safe, peaceful, and enjoyable event for all. As we mark this turning point in Nigerian sporting history, I assure you that the next 10 days will dazzle us with unimaginable talent, remarkable performances, record-bearing feats, passionate displays, and the true spirit of sportsmanship. Therefore, I call on all of us, and I express my profound gratitude to my president, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, my fellow governors, National and State Assembly members, captains of industry, the National Sports Commission chairman and DG, the main organizing committee, the local organizing committee, and all other contributors who have supported us in making this 22nd National Sports Festival Gateway Games a reality. Let the games begin. Let excellence thrive, and let Nigeria shine. Once again, I welcome you all to Abeokuta, the state's capital. I urge you to fully explore the delights of the Gateway State while you are here. Igbega Ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn.
Ajose gbogbo wa ni. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, Prince Dr. Dapo Abiodun, CON, for that rich address today. Please let us celebrate.
His Excellency Prince Dapo Abiodun has declared the Gateway 2024 Games open.
Who has worked tirelessly to ensure that
was another insightful speech from the governor. He is well and truly ready for the games to get underway. Here's the main man on the screens.
The governor was here ensuring that
Great delivery, I tell you. I had to touch on every blade of grass in that sense to make sure that this speech is well given and make sure he gave honor to all of them that is due as he made that speech. Kudos once again to Ogun State, and like he said, let the games.
Welcome back from the live telecast. We'll now continue with our regular programs. Stay tuned.
It's unfair to parents, it's unfair to the students, and I personally have continued to question the credibility or the usefulness of JAM at this point in time, because I don't think we need it anymore. But that is a conversation for another day. But in this instance, I insist that an investigation, that is what is called due process.
Absolutely.
You go through the process. It must be fair to all concerned.
Okay.
And like we say in law, you don't just do justice. It must be seen to be done. And
Okay.
I think it is totally unfair in this instance. We need to give them some time to be able to, take in the process the information, I mean to say.
All right. Now let's move on to our final story for the night. Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi has advocated death sentence for corrupt leaders in Nigeria. He made this known in an interview posted online. He said, "We must deal with the issue of corruption aggressively, maybe just like the Chinese are doing. Make sure that if there's an amount you steal, it is death sentence or life imprisonment or penalties attracting not less than 10 years. Afterwards, investing in critical areas of development like education, health, and productivity, which can be achieved by ensuring that those we entrust with responsibilities are capable." Ibrahim Garba, quickly, Peter Obi advocating for death sentence for corrupt politicians has been a recurring conversation. What's your stand on it?
Well, Mark, Peter Obi, His Excellency, has been very vocal about this anti-corruption and all that over the years. For me, I think he's a spectator now because